Hey guys, how's it going? Apple Lee here, back with another video. I have here the Garmin Fenix 3 sports watch. This is an activity tracker, sports tracker. You can wear it every day. It's the tough model, so it's very thick and chunky. As you can see, it's about a centimeter thick. And we're going to do a time to charge video, as you see by the title. So this is the same as all the other videos I've done. We're going to put it on the standard charger, so a 1 amp 5 volts charger, and we've got the connector here just for the Garmin Fenix models, and we're going to charge it and see how long it takes from 0%. So we can see if I hold the power button, it does not do anything, so it's completely dead. We're going to put it on charge and see how long it takes to charge. Check back every 10 minutes, and hopefully it'll be done within about an hour and a half. I never have actually sat and seen how long it takes. I've just woken up in the morning, it's been fully charged. So this will just give you an idea how long it will take to charge fully, and if you've just got home and you're going off to do a run or something, and you just need to top it up, how long you need to give it for a certain amount of charge. So just interestingly, it does have a 300 milliamp hour battery, the same as the Huawei watch that I've done in a previous video. That took an hour and 25 with the same 1 amp 5 volt charger as standard. So hopefully it should be around the same time, if not quicker, depending on the kind of what goes on inside. But we'll check back in 10 minutes and see how it's doing. Okay, so it's been 10 minutes since we started, and the Garmin is now at 8% charge. So we can see it's charging pretty quickly. We'll check back again in another 10 minutes and see how it's doing. Just to let you know, a link is in the description to take you to the Huawei watch charging video if you want to check that out, and a link in the top right will appear now just so you can check it out. We'll check back in 10 minutes and see how it's doing then. We are now at 20 minutes, so it's been another 10 minutes of charging, and the Garmin is now at 17%. So we're going at roughly 8% every 10 minutes. So that means it should be done pretty quickly if it keeps going at this rate. And just to let you know, this is the standard Fenix 3 model without the heart rate monitor on the back, and it's not any of the titanium models or anything like that. So I don't expect there's any difference because it's probably got the same battery and they're sat here doing nothing. But just so you know, it is the standard Fenix 3 charging here. So we'll check back in 10 minutes and see how it's doing then. Okay, so we're now half an hour into this charging test, and the Garmin is at 26%. So we're going at a good rate, and we will check back again in another 10 minutes to see how it's doing. We are now 10 minutes further into this charging test, and the Garmin is at 35%. So yeah, we're still going at roughly 8% every 10 minutes, and we will check back again in another 10 minutes. So we are now 50 minutes into this charging test, and the Garmin Fenix 3 is at 42%. So again, we're still going at the same rate. Hopefully it'll be done soon. If you guys haven't seen any of my videos on the Garmin Fenix 3 review, a link in the top right will appear now, and links in the description so you can check it out, as well as an Amazon link so you guys can head over there and check it out as well. It's a really great sports watch, great for running and cycling, mountain biking, all of that, swimming as well. It's waterproof. You can connect it up to heart rate monitors and bike sensors. So it's great for all outdoor activities and just activity tracking, and it can also do sleep tracking as well. Right, so we're now an hour into this charging test. The Garmin is at 50% charge, so it is actually slower than I thought. I thought we'd be going around the same rate as the Huawei watch. So it could take up to 2 hours to fully charge, depending on whether it slows down. But you can see that you could roughly get enough charge for a run, a short run with GPS, in about 10 minutes if you were just going for a couple of miles. I found that it's very good on battery life. So yeah, we'll check back in 10 minutes and see how it's doing then. Hopefully be done within 2 hours of charging. Okay, so that's another 10 minutes of charging. We're now an hour and 10 minutes. The battery is at 60%. So you can see there it flickered off from charging. Don't worry, when I do put it down, it does stay charged. But you can see that picking it up will disconnect the charger, which is a click-on system that you push the button on the right hand side here and push the Garmin into the place, and then let go and it will charge. It's a shame it's not a magnetic charger. It would be nice to see that in future generations. At the moment, all the Garmins that have come out are still a clip-in system. So you can see you have to make sure that it is actually charging before you leave it, because you will sometimes put it on charge, think it's on charge, and it won't be. So just make sure when you do that, it is actually charging. So we'll check back in another 10 minutes. It's at 60%, so we'll check back then. We are now at 9:20 into this charging test of the Garmin Fenix 3, and it is at 68%. So it is still going roughly at 8 to 10% every 10 minutes. So we'll check back in another 10 minutes, see how it's doing then. Okay, so we're now an hour and a half into this charging test. The Garmin is at 76%, so you can see it's still flicking off. But you can see the lights around the edge have turned green, so it changes colour depending on your charge. It's just a nice little feature, so you can glance at it and see, oh yeah, it's got a good charge. So we'll check back in 10 minutes. Hopefully it will be done within the 2 hours of charging. Okay, so we're now at an hour and 40 of charging this Garmin, and the battery is at 83%. So we're slowly getting there. Hopefully it will be done within the 2 hour mark. But as you can see, it is much slower than the Huawei watch, which charged in an hour and 25. So that's a bit strange that it is the same charger, same battery, and it's not doing much. So it's interesting to see that. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's doing some more things than I thought. But we will check back in 10 minutes and see how it's doing then. So another 10 minutes has passed, and we're now an hour and 50 of charging. And the watch is at 91%, so we're slowly getting there. It is slowing down in charge rate, so we may need to be here for another 20 minutes before it's actually done, which will make it actually relatively slow considering it's only 300 milliamp hour battery. But we will check back in 10 minutes and see how it's doing then. Okay, so I just finished recording there. I stopped the camera and I just put the watch down, and then it said 100%. So I don't know what was going on there, but we can see it wasn't at 91%, I believe it said. So whether the past few times it was wrong, or whether it just jumped all the way up to the 100%. But we can see there that it is relatively slow in comparison to the other smartwatch I've done. And I've had the Apple Watch before, and that was pretty quick at charging as well, and that was wireless charging. So you can see there it takes around an hour and 40 minutes to charge to 100%, and you roughly get around 10%, 8 to 10% every 10 minutes. So you can come back from work or school or whatever, put it on charge for 10-15 minutes and get enough power to go for a run or a swim or cycle, whatever you want to do. But it's a great smartwatch. The battery life lasts for ages. So from 100%, this will last me now for a couple of days, and that's with GPS for runs. If I don't do any runs or anything, it will last, 4 or 5 days just on this one charge. So it is amazing how long it lasts on a single charge. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Apple Lee. Subscribe down below for more videos, and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date with content and other things interesting that I'll post. But subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.